Everybody keeps talking about backtesting your trading strategy, but then how do we actually do it? All right, if you've come across this video, then you are at the right place, because in the next few minutes I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do backtesting the right way and get the best out of your trading strategy and become good at it. Right, so having said that, let's jump into it. These are the things that we're going to cover in this video. So the first thing we're going to look at is what is backtesting, and we're going to look at the advantages of backtesting. Then we look at the disadvantages of backtesting as well. And we go ahead to look at what to do after backtesting to win in the forex trading industry, to win in the financial market. Now we're going to look at a live demonstration of backtesting. I'm going to walk you through how to do the backtesting. Right. So having said that, let's quickly jump into it. Right. What is backtesting, guys? Let's have it. All right. So backtesting simply means applying your trading strategy. All right, a strategy that you've already developed, something that you feel like it's going to work in a market, right? But you've not actually put in money to trade with it yet, right? So it means applying your trading strategy to past data or historical data to see if that particular strategy actually works. That is backtesting, right? But then there are some things that you need to know. All right, backtesting is not just about opening a chart, spotting an order block and fair value gap and so on and so forth. All right, then you just take a rough guess about the trades. No, that's not it. That's absolutely the wrong way to do it, and it won't give you reliable results. Let's be honest with ourselves. That second guessing or just guesswork will never give you the right result that you need. Right. So let's quickly look at the advantages of backtesting. Right, let's have it. It validates your strategy. Now, once you are able to gather enough data and backtest this particular data, this data is going to prove it to you that what your strategy works or not. All right, all this is to validate if your strategy works or not. So that's one advantage of backtesting. Now let's go ahead. Now backtesting helps you to build confidence. You build your confidence as you tend to test your strategy with historical market data. Then you realize that the trades are actually going well in your favor. That way you begin to build confidence that whenever you go live using your real money, you tend to execute trades without hesitating. That's how you build confidence. It also identifies your weakness. Now, if I say your weakness, I'm not referring to you as an individual, but a weakness of your strategy. Maybe your strategy has some kind of thing that has to be tweaked, that has to be worked on for you to have a high win rate overall. So if you are backtesting your strategy, you realize that there are some little things you keep getting stopped out from the market. You keep getting stopped out in the market before price try to move in your favor. Those tiny stop out in the market, they are your weaknesses, the weaknesses of your strategy. So you just have to refine those weaknesses, and then you'll be able to do well with your strategy. So backtesting helps to identify your weaknesses in the market. Now let's look at this. Backtesting helps you to save time and money. How does it do this? Right, so if you do not backtest your strategy to know if it's working or not, you end up trading for a very long time with the same strategy, which you don't actually know if it works or not. Today you take a loss, tomorrow you win, today like the next day you take a loss, like the loss keeps coming. That is money that you are putting on a line. All right, and you're also investing so much time into it. Meanwhile, you could use backtesting. All right, just use one day to backtest like a year of data. You can backtest 1 year historical data in one day, instead of you spending that 1 year to be trading live to figure out your weaknesses and your strengths. What does this do again? Backtesting helps to prepare you for live trading. That's straightforward, right? Let's go, guys. What are the disadvantages of backtesting? Let's look at them. Backtesting doesn't capture your emotions. You know, when you are backtesting, there's no real money that you've put into it. And that means you are not going to be attached to it emotionally, right? Now, backtesting also has what we call execution differences. Example, it doesn't account for spreads in the market. You know, when you are trading live, sometimes your broker may have a spread which you need to cater for before entering the position. Sometimes there may be delayed in brokers. Backtesting doesn't account for those things, right? And you also have false confidence. What exactly is a false confidence? All right. When you backtest a strategy that shows to be profitable, it might give you that kind of confidence to go ahead straight, jump into live trading. No, we don't do it like that. If you are going that way, you're probably having a false confidence. So take note of that. All right, let's look at what you should actually do to win, right? So first, backtest thoroughly. Guys, never leave this out of the equation. Backtest thoroughly. And the next thing, forward test. This is demo trading. Now, this doesn't work on your emotions, right? You just have to forward test your strategy. This will account for the spread, the delay in execution sometimes, all right? So if you're able to forward test and it's still proven right, that means you've take two most important points. That's backtesting and historical data, and for testing data, live data, meaning you are good, you are on the right track, right? And the next thing is you start a small in live trading. You open a small live account, deposit a small amount of money into your brokerage account, and start trading with it. This small money is to help build your emotions, work on your psychology, right? And once all these things are in place, then you know you are actually closer to the whole thing. Now, the next step for you to do is actually refine and journal. All right. Every little trade that you take, journal it. And to refine, look out for the areas that you keep getting stopped out in the market and try to work on them, adjust them, treat them whenever possible. And the most important of all, focus on risk management. Guys, I'm not going to lie. This is the most important thing. If you suck at this, meaning you're going to suck at trading in general. Let's look at this. This is it. Treat backtesting as the blueprint. All right, it's like your blueprint, but confirm your backtesting with forward testing. That is demo trading. All right, like what I just said, I'm just summarizing it. And discipline live trading with small risk. All right, small risk. All right, you need to become disciplined by live trading, and you don't need to use huge capital. Just take small amounts of money and start with it. All right, that's how you turn a strategy into a consistent money making system, guys. That is it. All right, now let's have a look at how to actually do small back testing over here. One thing that I also want to let you know that back testing is not all about, you know, making sure that your strategy plays out perfectly or not. All right, in backtesting you're going to face a lot of stuff, and there are tools that you could use to backtest. All right, if you don't have access to trading view, the bar replay on trading view, that means you are not on a paid version. There are tools that you could easily use, like this one that I'm using right over here. You could use this tool to backtest your strategy. All right, so right now let's talk about the tool that we need to do the backtesting, right? This right here is trading view, and if you don't have access to the paid version of the trading view, you may not be able to actually backtest your strategy the right way. And what you may end up doing is to be moving the bars one by one like this, which actually is not effective. All right, so there's this tool that I use to do my backtest. It is this one right here, and I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Let me go down to 30-minute time frame right away over here. So yeah, quickly to the 30-minute time frame. I can just go ahead and play this, and it's going to move for me to actually analyze the chart and see what I could do, right? So this is a tool that you can actually use to do your backtesting. All right, so far this is the best platform I've seen when it comes to, you know, backtesting, right? And I believe you are also going to make good use of it. All right, because I want to pick a buy over here, but there's a problem. My stop loss has to be beneath this. That's like 98, 94 pips right there. That's huge actually. That's huge. Like, it's unusual compared to my regular stop loss pips. This is kind of huge. All right, let's see how it will go. All right, gonna put it over there. Let me see. Almost close to SL. Now, if you are checking this on a live market, you probably hit the stop loss. Why did I say that? Because of spread. You know, when you're backtesting, spread is not being accounted for. So when you are doing this on a live market, probably I would have been stopped out of this market right here. Okay, I would have been stopped out so quick. But then where it is right now, you could have probably break even. Now, in the beginning, when I was talking about the backtest, when I was explaining some things around it, I told you that what you need to refine your entries and stuff. So me getting to see this right now, all right, via backtesting, I know that when it is a live market, there will be spread in the market, and the spread could probably take me out before the market reverse and start going in my favor like this. So then it means when I want to go on live, I need to refine this particular entry that I did over here, which is very risky. It's very risky because obviously you can see it's more than my regular pips that I risk, which right now is 94. I mostly risk 80 pips, but right now it's 94, meaning it's a very risky entry I took over here. All right. So this actually is going to help you in the long run. All right. Let me just continue playing. Well, so I would like to make this video long that much, all right, because it's keeping long already. All you need to do to have access to this tool is to just check out the video on your screen right now, and you'll be able to have access to it, use it to the best that you can, and also get the best out of your trading strategy. Know if it is fit, if it is good for you to start using live or not. All right, so that's going to be all for this video. If you like a video like this, kindly go ahead and hit the like button on this video, and also subscribe for more videos are coming your way in the future. Right, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bless up.